We bring that into kind of your messaging and create you a visual brand. And we establish that through all of your tools. We build your websites, we build your marketing material, printing, banners, signs, wraps, anything that needs to be designed, billboards. From the website itself, now you're ready to open. From that point, we create content, we plan out strategies, promoting your products and services, and really how to engage with the customer the right way through social media. We can do paid ads, we can do Google ads, email marketing, retargeting. So we kind of do the full scale marketing tactics for your business and kind of handle all that and create the consistency. And that's really the biggest thing with marketing is consistency. But beyond all the products and services and stuff that we offer, there's a huge side to it when it relates to local store marketing. And that's kind of what this presentation is today. And that's really, your involvement in the community, how you are reaching your closest customers around you. Really knowing your customer is important, and then creating that value through them and whatnot. So I really want to encourage y'all with this presentation to ask questions, give comments, because marketing is all subject to your business itself. So it's kind of difficult to talk in general senses, which I'm going to go over some pieces today. But throughout this presentation, if y'all have questions or comments, please lean in, because then I can really help target that to who you are a little bit more in that sense. So that's really going to help me out as far as a presenter, but it's really going to help you out to ask those questions because that's what I'm here to help with. And really, this side of marketing, it's a lot about your effort. And it is a lot where people think that they don't want to do this because they're either a technician in their business or, something that they have to do for actually making the dollar. But being involved in the community and doing the grassroots marketing, the local store marketing, the community involvement is that key component to really make your business successful. And I have seen it over the hundreds of businesses that I've dealt with over 20 years. The ones that are involved, the ones that put out the effort are the ones that succeed tenfold over their competition. I mean, it is clear as day and whatnot. And it's important because, no matter if you're selling plumbing or you're selling an ATV or you're selling insurance, it's the product is the product. And yes, they want that, but why they're buying it from you is you. So the more that you can be connected with the community and face to face with these people and establishing those relationships, that is key to your business. And it's gigantic. What's up, Jeremy? I can't hear you on mute.
How about now?
There you are.
There you go. All right. So, quick question on the hyper-targeted efforts where you say usually 3 to 5 miles. I'm curious because we're kind of our target market is kind of a niche market, and it's based not solely but largely off demographic, income, and stuff like that, because we're after our business thrives and lives on disposable income. For businesses that are similar to ours that have more of a niche, smaller type of market, is it safe to assume that we can expand on that radius and
100%? And this, some of these stats are maybe if it was like someone who actually had a store, or let's just say that you sold flowers, there may be someone a mile or two down the street that also sells flowers. So the more specialized that you are, and also people that are willing to travel that to get to you, yes, yours would probably be like, 20 miles.
Right.
So, but then, it's how far. So if you're willing to establish relationships with, let's just say, boat dealers in College Station, because College Station does not have a customized shop anywhere around there, they would probably be willing to drive maybe an hour to get to you because you are so specialized in that. So looking at those partnerships, because the partnerships are also a huge piece to it. So where is your customer? But the closer that they get to you, yes, that's the stronger that you do. But yes, in your world, throwing a bigger caster net, a wider net over that area is sustainable for a business like yours. But also, your business is very niche. So being specific with people's interests and establishing those relationships with those like businesses is probably crucial for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So really at the end of the day, like I said, relationships are huge. And like we're talking about with Jeremy, know your product, know your audience. Like Jeremy, he may not just do some Google ad or some specific Facebook ad in a 20-mile radius, because not everybody in that 20-mile radius may own a boat. Or I'm just hyper focusing on boats because it is specific. So really kind of know who your target market is, so that you know where that you can cast that net and be specific. So those targeted efforts are definitely very specific to your business and whatnot. So hyper targeted efforts, community involvement, and I'm sure Micah is probably the one that comes to mind that has a big community involvement side. Knowing your business, joining up with local events, if it's schools or kid related, if it's something where you can join the Chamber of Commerce, being in front of people like this group, or like I said, other networking groups or Chamber of Commerce's, or let's just say Jeremy may want to do something related to let's just say you beef up like barbecue pits, hypothetically. You could go to a home show. So go where the people are that are already your customer. Or like Larry, he wants to sell plumbing, or he wants to sell hot water heaters. Set up a booth at a home show. Be in front of people. Don't just rely on them to find you. Don't just rely on them to know who you are because you're a new business. You have competition. You have people that are out there that are doing the same thing. So the one that is putting the most effort in, that is in front of the most people physically and online, you are going to be the one that reaches those people better and whatnot. So sponsorships, sponsoring events. So the sponsoring part is important. Like, don't just sponsor your kid's baseball team because you're wanting business. Be involved in your kid's baseball team. Meet the people. Yeah, you can pay for the banner to support them, but I would look at that as more of a charity thing, and just you're supporting them. Don't expect the banner to just get you business. So being with the people is the whole purpose with being around those events. What's up, Christy?
No, I think that I sponsor a local, the high school softball team, but they have like a sponsorship night. So when you are sponsoring schools, like find out what do they do for their sponsors instead of just the banner. Also banner placement, like mine's in center field, like just right by the school, right underneath the scoreboard. So I would be fine. Just ask more questions. And then Jeremy, if you're doing boats, like in my mind, my first thought was, why am I not sponsoring all of the local fishing teams out here? Yeah. If that's your audience, then find out these kids, trust me, especially in certain schools, these parents will pay whatever for their kids to stand out on their boat or what, you know what I mean? It's just parents will go above and beyond for their kids. And if fishing is their passion, if they want to get a wrap done or whatever it is, I bet you they would make it happen. But I think the schools big time.
Yeah, and really the sponsoring and the partnerships with charities or schools, there's a big piece to that. And, when we deal with like people that are doing grand openings or having maybe anniversary events or bigger events, a big reason to sponsor with like a charity or a school or an establishment is you're partnering together. When you partner together, you're also looking at reaching their audience, and they want to also reach your audience. So sharing your content and sharing the event like on social media, it's a great way to get in front of the people that you want to get in for free just by partnering up with them. So those cross promoting and that cross sharing and sponsoring is a great benefit. So the benefit to them, maybe you're giving some sort of proceeds back to the charity for the amount of sales that you may be doing, but your benefit out of it is you're reaching their customer base as far as referral marketing through social media. So that's a big piece that works really well because you're also supporting and you're sharing. So like this morning we were talking with Micah, like a special needs group, like the fact that you would create that experience with that kid, he would remember that for the rest of his life. And those parents now have a emotional connection to what you've done and how you have served that part of the community. And that is gold, like gold, gold, gold. So anytime that you can create an emotion or support a charity that means something or connects well, people do well. Like, you know, if you're a restaurant and you support the food bank, or if you're a school and you support like a kids foundation, or Christy does some type of like job fair every year for kids coming out of high school or college, or, you know, Micah provides internships for, you know, in need kids or something like that, just to have the experience of being around people and around cool products and whatnot. So all of that together, at the end of the day, you're supporting the community, you're building community. Sales come from that. They come with it. It's just a part of it. So top of mind, support, involvement, that all goes together with local store marketing and whatnot. So kind of moving on a little bit. Local advertising, yeah, we can do geo-targeted ads, you know, having flyers and door hangers that you can hand out, going business to business, doing local radio spots if you're on the radio, podcasts, just like Sean's talking about, getting newspaper articles if you have some type of event or something that has created some hype, you know, being in the newspaper. And people do, like community impact are still really good outlets to be in as well. So just be out there, stay out there. Yeah, like I said, so grassroots root efforts, like Matt Mayfield, you know, hands out his door hangers. Sean got one at his house. I asked him the other day, Sean, if he did that on purpose. He goes, "No, my guy just put it on there." So, so yeah, and the grassroots efforts. So when you're at these events, having something, you know, paper is still something that's tangible. Everybody's so digital. Business cards, I don't think will ever go away. Yeah, it's cool. You know, I do it. I have my business card and I have the digital format. But when you're at these events, even if it's size of a business card or something that they can just take with them, because when they have it, they may put it in their car, they maybe put it on their counter. It just reminds them again about it. It's almost like the digital piece can be lost so fast. So that's why door hangers and mailers and all of those pieces still do work really well. There's a cost to it and whatnot. But again, if you're going door to door and you knock on the door and they're not there, they know that you have taken the effort to put that door hanger on their door, even though some people do take it as spam and whatnot. But it's still a purpose. I think it's still effort on their part that they wanted to go do that rather than just waited for the business. So, you know, we kind of touched on social media, engaging with nearby customers through local specific content. You know, the key part is getting followers, and then the key part is engaging with those followers after they've liked you. So keeping that engagement up, you know, don't be afraid to put your face out there. Don't be afraid to put videos, because the consistency side of that is really what's going to help you moving forward.
Matt, quick question
Yeah,
for the new business owner that's been in business from, let's say, just the startup to all the way to that 5-year time span. What you just showed in that first slide, that could be overwhelming. And I have made that mistake where I tried to do 15 different things and I spread myself too thin. What would be your recommendation if you're talking to that one business owner that is not doing any of those things? Where would you recommend them start and focusing on?
So the best thing to do is there's really two pieces. Be at any event that you can be at, because being in front of people is the best way to gain their trust immediately, because you may not have a presence online. You may not have a lot of reviews. So being in front of them yourself is really the first step to success for yourself. So stay in front of people, being involved, using your feet to get in front of them is the best way, and it costs nothing. Yeah, as groups may cost money, but in the beginning, I rather pay for some groups to establish those relationships and to use those people to build your business rather than to just start some random piece of advertising, because there is no trust at that point, because there's no reviews, there's no consistency online at all. And then the next part is using your family and friends to help share your content and then to stay on the Facebook groups. And if you do sell pools or you sell plumbing or whatnot, stay in touch with those people that are asking it. Be extremely upfront, be extremely prompt. That's very important. So again, be where people are physically and be where they are digitally with neighborhoods and your immediate area, even your neighborhood and your neighbors. So that's a huge piece as well. So having your family, friends, and neighbors really helping you share those pieces can really help you boost your business in the beginning. Let's see here. So some key strategies, community engagement and whatnot. We talked about sponsor local events, sports teams, school activities, local festivals, trade shows, vendor markets, know where those people are again. Even supporting and visiting hospitals, if you have a product that, let's just say, food related or whatnot, all those people love to get free food, whatnot, but supporting them, even donating to those entities really shows support. And again, if you're donating them or you're doing a percentage of the sales, share that on social media. Have your friends and family share that, because that sharing and that support goes a long way online and whatnot. So again, be in your community, volunteer. If there's churches or entities that you can volunteer at to give your time, and again, you're in front of people, you're talking to people, maybe you may meet somebody that is an ideal customer at that point. So volunteering your time is also something that is definitely works. Let's see here. Like local partnerships. So like we talked about with Jeremy, finding, fishing tournaments that you can sponsor, or every boat dealership in the county, be best friends with and cross promote those products, and what you can add value to on them is important. Collaborating with local influencers and community leaders. So a lot of influencers these days, they'll sometimes, to get going, they'll do some trading and whatnot in the beginning. Paying for influencers, the more manageable ones, is something that is extremely beneficial, because they can really spread the word about your product quickly to the demographic that that they have as far as their following. And the same thing with community leaders. So being in front of those people that do know everybody is a great addition to getting the word out there for yourself. But yeah, partner with local organizations, charities, animal shelters. We kind of talked about that. Hosting product demos, loyalty nights, customer appreciation events or workshops, or showing people how to do things. Or Jeremy, if you had a bunch of your customers come back and just had a kind of a boat show, car show type of thing, those are great opportunities to really showcase your products and build that relationship with the customers. Offer exclusive in-store promotions or sales to local people. So like, if you had a store, let's just say like Ray's cell phone shop, like he did the other day, like he partnered with, or he wanted to support the school. So Conroe High School is 2 miles from him, and he wanted to give like the first, 50 kids like free screen protectors. Like that's huge, because again, it's something that's so close to him, and it's right in his backyard where he can support the community, and it just creates hype. Anything that just creates someone that says like, wow, or cool, or that's awesome, that creates engagement. So he did a great job with that, I thought. Here's a big one that a lot of people don't use is their staff. Your staff is you. Your staff is your business. Why aren't they sharing everything that you post? Why don't they have business cards and promotional material that they can hand out, incentivize them, ask them? They're your army. They're in front of people just as much as you are. So use your staff, use your family, anybody that wants to support your business, ask them to share your content. Because sharing, especially on like social media and the internet, it's like it's a digital referral. Like that's the most well-used content out there is I like this, I'm going to share it. So Facebook uses that algorithm and blows it up tremendously because you have taken the time and you want to share something, they take that very seriously and whatnot. So use your staff, use your family, use people that you know, sharing content, getting it out there. Again, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. And when say you have a staff of 20 people and they're sharing everything that you have for your business, that's probably such exponential growth even compared to doing some paid ads and whatnot. So that's a huge component that a lot of people do not take advantage of. Does anybody have any questions so far?
You're doing great, man. Hitting the nail right on the head.
So, a little bit more about targeted digital marketing, so you can boost boost posts and whatnot. I mean, there are a little bit more specific platforms that we can use on the back end of social media to really target specific zip codes or hyper target radiuses and interest and whatnot to doing some digital ads. So the good thing about social media that's come up over the past 10 years is it is very cost effective to reach those people that like your product. But it does take a lot more consistency than just having maybe a postcard sent out in the mail or something in hand. So that's what's nice about social media. It is a repetition type product to where it will stay in front of them if they are on those platforms and whatnot. So targeted ads are good. Make sure your Google My Business is extremely optimized. Any local listings that you're on, make sure those are 100% consistent with your phone numbers, and whether if you have a suite number and it's SUITE versus STE, make sure all that's consistent, your phone numbers. Encourage people, and I know we've done good at this in the group, encourage and respond to reviews online. That's gigantic. So there's two pieces to the online review part. So there's getting the reviews as far as having a quantity of, but there's also responding to it. Google reviews or any type of reviews it makes up about 30% of your SEO effectiveness online through your website. So the amount of reviews is good, but how fast you respond to these reviews is just as crucial as getting them. So whether you do that yourself and respond to them, or there are some systems that we use that can automate that process using AI or some automated responses, and it can do it like within seconds. And when you do that, Google likes that, and your rankings can definitely increase drastically. So just as much as getting the review is how fast you respond to them. So yeah, and then like I said, join local social media groups, neighborhood groups, foodie groups, mom groups, anything related to the products that you have. That is extremely crucial to be in those groups so that you can promote your product for free in it. And that's your, extreme targeted market group that those people are connected to. So find those that are related to your product and stay relevant in them. Let's see here. So how to measure that success, foot traffic, looking at your sales. If you have coupons, really being able to track that, engagement metrics online, through analytics reporting, website traffic, we can really kind of see what people are doing and how they're responding to them so that we can change them and update them and whatnot. So keeping that fresh is always important. We can look at like point of sale data, loyalty programs, customer feedback and reviews, and digital social media insights. So really adding all that together and looking at your sales is really kind of the perfect recipe for looking at the effectiveness of your marketing. So yeah, tips for local marketing success is like, do you know your audience? Do you know who your customer is? Have you done any type of demographics reporting of the area to see what type of people there are, where they're going, how they're going? We have some tools that we can even track like their cell phone usage and see if they say you're looking to open another location, we can kind of see who goes by it, who visits that area, where they work and where they live. So we can really track some people's usage based off of their cell phone tracking to see if that's if you're really targeting the right people the right way and targeting them where you need to as far as for digital advertising or for community involvement, and see where those people are. But a biggest piece with marketing, anything, no matter if you're going out there or doing any type of paid advertising, stay consistent. Everybody thinks that it's just a quick fix. It's just like relationships. You have to work on it. You have to gain their trust. You have to stay in front of them. You have to meet once a week and build on that relationship. It's the same thing with marketing. The more you're out there consistently, the better of an opportunity you have to attract them. So just think of it as a relationship. You have to massage that relationship and really keep it strong, like a best friend or a spouse or kids. The same thing with marketing. You have to stay consistent with it and stay out there. Don't just expect it to happen and you don't have to do anything. So being consistent and authentic, but making sure that you look at the data and you look and listen to what your customers are saying to evolve it over time. Let's see here. So yeah, we've got some samples here. Let's just say like an HVAC company, you know, if they had some yard sign campaigns and whatnot, local partnerships, if they offered like inspection services for new homeowners, you know, seasonal tune-up specials, like some example community sponsorships would be like supporting a little league, school events, local festivals, being, you know, having branded like, you know, trade show material out at those events so they can really see what you are, giveaways, on-site discounts and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, so at this point we just have, you know, some examples of other types of businesses and stuff that can really, how they can really reach their customers the right way. But that's kind of, you know, a very fast overview. You know, like I said, if anybody wants to really kind of dive into it as far as how to reach the community better, I can really kind of do a one-on-one with them and just help them at that point and kind of guide them to create a little plan for engaging in their community. So I know that was only about 30 minutes and whatnot, but really at this point, you know, if y'all have questions and whatnot, this is definitely a time for it.
Matt, what would you say, what are the most common mistakes you see small business owners make with their branding?
That's a good one, Sean. I like that one because, Micah, I'm going to use you on this one. So when I first saw Micah's business, and a lot of people have, and don't feel bad that that y'all do this. So let's just take Micah. So he's Revolution Power Sports. Okay. And on his logo, it says RPS, but it also has Power Sports, but it's not as big as the name. And also it's abbreviated. If you were to look at that driving by, you would probably only see RPS. Now, if you had a big picture of an ATV, that would really understand what you offer. But a lot of times people are so focused on their name, they forget to really explain their product. Like they forget, like it's like you're not Coca-Cola. Like people don't know who you are. And the more specific that you can be with your products and services, like put that first, like on a flyer or a billboard or a vehicle wrap, like I sell boat stereos, you know, not just Inferno Customs, because Inferno Customs could be customizing barbecue pits. Like be specific. people don't have time to think. They don't have time to stop and pay attention to it. And that's what honestly drives me crazy about most is like, and especially like the service world, I see it a lot. They're like, so and so ABC mechanical. I'm like, all right, well, what do you do? Like, oh, I sell AC, we do HVAC, we do, plumbing, and it's, ABC services. What's up, Christy?
Well, Crystal was first, I think.
Crystal.
Okay, what's up? Sorry.
I'm
Then
so
I'll go
used to
second.
being called Christy because of the spelling of my name that I'll answer to Christy. Someone called me that this morning.
What's up, Crystal?
But you're right, because when I remember the first thought I walked in and I met Micah and Sean and all y'all, the very first day I was like, another freaking roofer? I was like, get the hell out of here. And then it took like 3 meetings to be like, all right, he has nothing to do with construction or anything. that I do."
Yeah.
But that was, and then you helped me, Matt, fix mine to where it says roofing really big, because I was like, yeah, you're right. Like you couldn't see, that in my name.
Yeah, and like I said, people love their name, and I get it. Like, make that prominent, but still be specific with your marketing in everything.
So true.
Everything, like even the products that you're offering, be specific. Act like you're talking to an 8-year-old. That's what I try to tell people. Like, and I did this. I was at my chiropractic office, and it said, it was a flyer, and it said like fall special. And it's like Dr. So-and-so. And it's like, enjoy the specials of the season. And then it's like at the bottom, real small, when you refer a customer, you get this. I'm like, that should be the top. That should be the biggest piece. Because that's what people are going to attract themselves to, is what the fall special is. Not that it says fall special. No one cares. Like, make it fall themed where you don't have to say fall special real big, and put buy one, get one free, or get a free generator when you buy a roof. Like, that's what they want. That's why you're doing it, Crystal. So
We're not there yet.
push the fact of the most important piece that they're going to relate to get them to engage in what you're trying to put in front of them. Put that to be the most important part very clear.
Yeah, I want to add to that. So, and it just hit me like as soon as that question Sean, great question, because I couldn't tell you all of your company names off the top of my head. I could not, but I know exactly what each person in this group does. Like, so roofing, insurance, marketing, aquarium maintenance, ATVs, wrapping. Like, I know all of what you guys do, but I don't know your business names. So when people are looking at your marketing, they're not going to remember your business name. They're going to remember what you actually do.
Yeah.
Until you're the Coca-Cola, then you become, oh, they sell Coke products.
Right.
So that's such a good, I love that question was brought up, because you're right. Like for me, luckily recruit is in my name, but I should just post like, are you hiring? I'm going to find your talent. That would be my or whatever it is. But I'm not going to put to recruit and then very small, I find talent. It's, are you hiring? Let me find the talent.
Like,
they're not going to remember a business name.
Here's a good one. So an AC company we started working with, they came and moved down from like Oregon. So they sell HVAC. Their company name was the Duct Guys. DUC, so air duct. But do you just sell air duct work? Like, I asked them, like, what do you sell? Oh, we sell HVAC, heating, ventilation, everything. Like, we put new systems in, we maintain them. Like, well, your name doesn't even pertain to the main piece of what you sell. So we completely changed it. Now it's Elite Texas Air. Like, that's, so your name is important, but if you're just going to talk about your name, make it something that is extremely relatable to your product that you're selling.
Right. I didn't know that Ray sold fixed like laptop and iPad screens and all that. I always thought he was just a phone repair until Cassie was at a coffee shop and she said, I'm about to go see Ray and he's going to fix all my stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then she said, he's going to fix my screens. And I was like, I didn't even know he did iPad or laptop repair, because it's cell phone repair. So it just opened up a whole
That's a good
new
point.
yeah, just open up a whole new, I'm like, dang, he's missing out on a whole stream of income because of a name and what your marketing looks like and what you say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It kind of drives me crazy at times because people, even if say you've been in business for like 10 years and you change it, like here's one I just picked up this client in downtown, and it's like a food hall at the bottom of this Chase Bank building. And it's basically like a really nice food court, and it's called the Finn, and they used to be called the Finn Food Hall, which food hall kind of, it relates to what it is. It's a food court, food hall. Well, they took the food hall out. Now it's just the Finn Houston. And I'm like, what the heck is that? It's like, well, we've evolved it. I'm like, no, but still nobody's going to know. You know it and you're evolving, but you still have to relate to everybody as if they've never seen it before. Like, period. Like, don't expect people to just know what it is, even after 10 years. Because, like you said, Christy, I mean, how long have you known Ray? For what, 3 months? And you didn't know he did that.
right, because I always hear cell phone repair.
Yeah.
I've never heard literally until Cassie told me in a coffee shop.
Yeah. So and again, that's what I really try to do best is the priority of your products. So the most important thing that you want to sell, that's like a third to a half of whatever we're making. And then we create the second priority of all the services. So being specific with listing cleanly or having real clear pictures of what it is so that people can see all of it. Because, dude, it's even happened to myself. They're like, you can design vehicle wraps. I'm like, yeah, we're a marketing company. We're designers. We can design anything. I'm going to have Harley install it. Like, I don't install them, but I'll design it. I'll keep it consistent. But it's like, and again, that wasn't a high priority, but yes, we can do it. And yes, it's on the list, of our services, but it may be at the bottom. So
right. That's why your 1 minute pitch is also so important. Like when we do that in the beginning of and once we get to know our groups, like I don't always do it, but that 1 minute pitch, when you're saying that what you do, like don't forget those small details, because you just never know who in the room could need something, but your pitch and what you do and why you do it is so important. That you are marketing.
It's huge. It's huge because like no one knows even what's all included in marketing and advertising and branding.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you don't know that I do email marketing, and that's a huge piece to retargeting all of your current clients, which is the biggest thing that people don't do. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't really talk to them. They've already bought something from me. It's like, they are your army as well. They've already used you. They now trust you. They can talk to people. So being in front of them is just as important as a new person. And it's free. You have their email. You don't have to pay for it.
Yeah. I really like how Christy brought that up, that you are marketing. I think that's a huge key too, right? How you show up, the way you show up. And then it's also a reflection on your social media sites too, right? Even your own personal one. What are you posting? That's all a reflection of who you are. And everyone looks at that. I can't tell you, I had a guy that followed me on Instagram for 2 years before he committed to hiring me to build a $40,000 aquarium for him. And he literally said it was because he followed my personal page and he saw that I was a family man. He saw that I was creditable. He saw all of these other things for 2 years. But sometimes that's what it takes, right? Especially when you're committing to spending $40,000 on something. You're like, man, they're going to choose. And he's like, I had 3 other aquarium companies I was looking at, talked to all of them. And you stood out because of that. Like, so I love that Christy said that, because you never know who's watching. You never know who your next client's going to be. And everything plays a part in it. Every aspect of your life.
You hit the nail on the head, Cody, because marketing is marketing. The real definition is the process of creating, communicating, and delivering value to your customers, and then managing those relationships.
Yeah.
That's it. Even if it's a product, like you're you're delivering a value to them. So how you deliver that value, a lot of it is based off, like, people relate to people.
Yep.
Like, it is you. Like, you are building them a product. And
Yep.
it's beyond that. And this is where MD and I really come in, is like, why do they want that product? And if you can attach yourself to the why of
Yeah.
that emotion of what they want, boom, you've got it.
Yeah.
Like
I love
Jeremy, you're selling one of the coolest experiences of being out on your boat and blasting that sound and feeling that song in their, like that, like you're selling them that song that they want to hear on their boat as loud as possible for the entire lake to hear. Like, that's what you're selling. Like, the speakers are the cool part, and yes, people like to show that, but you're selling what's coming out of those speakers.
Yeah, but now we got to change. Now we got to figure out what we're going to name the company, because it doesn't say anything about marine in it.
Yeah, and that's the fun part. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Think about.
yeah. So again, look at the why they're coming to you. And if you can attach your business and your marketing and your success to that, that's the gold part. Because again, Cody, you're selling that experience of having that fish tank in their house, in their office, and they get that sense of peace or tranquility or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Or when they walk into a restaurant, it just feels good. It's cool. The kids love to look at it, or whatever it is. Like, they're selling that experience.
No
Yes,
doubt.
it is a product. And like Sean, you're selling safety. You're selling peace of mind.
Peace of mind. Yep.
Period. And Crystal is the same way. It's peace of mind. It's something over their head. They know that it's quality. They can now feel safe sleeping at night. And Micah's is just kind of like Jeremy's. It's that experience, that thrill and whatnot. And Christy, yours is that trust of someone to be able to take care of you in those moments of need, and you not having to really worry about it, and someone that has the professional side of knowing the ins and outs and whatnot to find someone that's quality. And Cassie, it's that peace of mind, someone to just take care of it when I don't have time. Larry, the same thing. Like, it's trust. Like
Matt, what?
Come fix it.
Sorry to interrupt. What, Kirk, if you don't mind popping in here, I know me and you talked behind the scenes yesterday. Would you mind sharing a little bit about, so Matt can maybe kind of paint a picture for you?
Yeah, me and Matt have talked as well.
Cool.
Just a brief, just about what I do, or what is that what you're asking?
Yeah. I'd be curious, because he's kind of pointing everybody out, and man, it's like really resonating with me. I'm just curious with you, after talking with you yesterday, on what that would look like for you. Like,
yeah,
what
the
you
email
do.
doing some email campaigning would be great for our past customers. So, renovating apartment complexes, commercial buildings all over the country. This is definitely one of those things, is just being in front of our reoccurring clients. I mean, we're in front of them quite a bit, just because they're constantly calling us for bids for stuff. But the sponsorship really goes a long way. Like, we're doing a sponsorship for one of our main clients out of Chicago, and they're doing a leadership deal out in San Francisco. So we'll go out there and do a sponsorship. Like, we may not get anything right then and there, but we get in front of 20 to 25 decision makers of their company, and their company that's growing from 50,000 units trying to get to 100,000 units. So we want to be along that ride. I mean, and then for us is just offering, one thing that we've been trying to do is offer our current clients that have done a lot of work for us with us. I mean, we try to offer them a whole discounted rate. Hey, you come back to us, but I'll bid everything at a cost plus. You get to look. I have a software that I can plug them into, and we kind of do a gentleman's handshake agreement, like a letter of intent. Hey, you give us all your capital work, and give us a shot of it last look. We'll make sure that we never mark up, over 20%. We're always going to be 20%. You save. Most people in our industry are 10 or 30 to 40%. Hey, you're saving money automatically. So that's kind of like a thing we do for our new clients. I mean, not our new clients, our current clients and existing ongoing clients. We don't offer that to the new people, but we're hoping that that takes off because these people jump ship a lot. These regional managers stuff. So hopefully hey, use Buildian and they can do the same thing. So that's a lot of our stuff is relationship driven. So just building a partnership without putting ink on paper, that we're truly partners is what we're trying to do.
Yeah, that's awesome, Kirk. And in your
Yeah.
world, I can't imagine, especially dealing with the BS out there and whatnot, because trust, especially in the world, is everything. And the people that I have worked with in your type of field, when they do have that transparency, it just goes so far because those people don't feel like they're being screwed over. They can really see those real numbers and whatnot, because in your world, most of it fluctuates so much and you don't really have control over it. So really working with them and knowing and having that trust, because that's what I do. It's like I have my management fee, and then any type of budgets or advertising, it's all transparent and there's no markup. Most people will do, maybe like a standard 20% markup on the products itself, and it's not. It's like, just pay me for what I'm doing and let's manage your budget effectively and move forward very transparently and have that trust.
So I want to share this.
So
Go ahead, Kurt. And I want to share a story about you.
Yeah, I was saying we had to shift quite a bit because, with interest rates rising, a lot of our clients are on flexible rates. So our clients go from a budget, say they have a CapEx budget for their, all their whole portfolio of say 30, 40 million or whatever, or say one project, hey, we're going to drop 2 million into this project. And then they go in and say, oh, hey, your interest rate has doubled. Now your mortgage has doubled. And what you were going to pay in interest on this was 150 grand. Now it's going to be 850 grand. Now your whole construction budget's shot. But they've already committed. They've already got the banks and everything lined up. So they have to do it. So that's where that transparency comes in really heavy right now for us with our clients that are struggling. They have great occupancy levels. They can do things. They can move. They're getting the cash flow, but the cash flow is only covering their mortgage. Well, they're trying to compete against these guys that are building brand new right next to them. So we got to renovate that. So we try to work with those guys and build that partnership, saying, hey, we're here during times of struggle as well. And all these other guys are, hey, we're going to go to bigger players that can pay the normal rates, right? So,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I just wanted to share Kurt. So Kurt's doing the construction on front of our office building. And I'm sure everybody's aware of that. And I was talking to Debbie, and Kurt, Debbie, she's our leasing manager, and she's been a friend, customer. I've known her for years. And I was talking to her last week on the phone, and she had saw your picture in the Level Up and Live Mastermind group photos that we roll out on the stories. And she's like, yeah, Kurt's doing the front. I was like, yeah, man, gotten to really know Kurt. And she said in that moment, she's like, yeah, Kurt, the other day I was quite surprised, and it really showed me about his character. He came to our home and did I guess there was a retaining wall problem on the landscape that you did for free, that you didn't charge her. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So it was in that moment.
Retaining wall.
So it was in that moment you could have charged her, but you didn't, right? Because of building the relationships, the transparency, and like people do business with it, they like and trust. So I would just empower everybody listening to this in their own business. Where can you provide a free consultation, or maybe a free service or a free visit? If I think about like the insurance company, like we don't charge for quotes. Other insurance companies, they charge for quotes. When I think about Level Up and Live, one of the things that's taken me 3 years to learn is like, hey, people aren't going to pay X amount because they don't know what they're experiencing. It's intangible. So let's offer a 1 month free trial. Hey, no obligation. Just come in for a 1 month free trial. So in your own businesses, what I'm hearing, Kurt say and Matt say, it's like in experiencing myself is, where can you offer free consultation? Where can you offer free services? Because that goes a long way with that person that you're offering that service. Does that relate to anybody? Y'all receive that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, to your point, Sean, it's like I need, having just a quick conversation, it's difficult to kind of pinpoint even where to go and how to help them. So it's like through a few meetings before we even sign something, offering them some guidance of things they can work on, things that they can do, adding that value in the beginning is very crucial. And yeah, if you have a big project, helping them out on the side and somewhere else, and that goes so far with managing that relationship. So yeah, that's some good stuff. So anybody else?
I have another question. How do you know when it's time to hire an in-house marketing versus outsourcing? So I know a lot of individuals we do our own in-house.
So that's
some
kind of a trick question. So the way I talk to people, and it's actually a selling point, there's 7 of us at my company, and we're all skilled. We all have different skill sets, and some maybe social media managers or website designers or ad specialists or photographers or graphic designers or whatever the case is. If you can find all that in one person, let me know, because I want them. So so it's going to be hard to find somebody to do everything, but if you have, so what we actually look for in businesses is kind of like a marketing / public relations, community involvement person that we can work with to help you. So it's a huge, because again, let's just say Cody is out all day building fish tanks. He's not going to have a lot of time to work with me. But the girl on his staff may help maybe do some random posts on the local level, and they work with us about getting content, and they work back and forth with creating the content and establishing the systems and creating the schedules and everything. So we need people in the establishments that we can work with to do that, because there's plenty that someone can do that can work for you on the local level. And that's something that we can help them do even more, but they can provide us with the feedback and the support separate from the business owner themselves. So that's kind of a question. But yeah, if the deal these days is having someone that can do some footwork and groundwork. And yeah, like in Crystal's case, let's just say that she had a girl that just followed her around just to get video content. And whether she posted some of that or sent me some of that to create more professional content, all of those pieces are a perfect recipe for success. So having the raw material posted, of her on her roof, but then sending it to me where I can make professional videos about roofing and whatnot. So to answer that question, Sean, it's kind of what pieces could they do and what skill sets do they have? And if it is an opportunity to have somebody work with us to help save time on the owner's end. What's up, Jeremy?
So one of the things that I've recently learned about a little bit is establishing, as far as marketing goes, credibility with education and, to the consumer. How effective do you think that is, or how much do you think business owners need to lean on that? And is it worth it, or is it better off spending your time elsewhere?
So educating through marketing works very well. So if you're teaching them something, if you're giving them tips, that is a huge piece get out of people. So if you want to devote that time, it can be very effective, because you're doing things, you're teaching them, or they're just learning about the product, and they see your face and they can engage with you. So, and to answer kind of your question, Sean, Micah does a good job at that with Ethan. There are pieces that you can, like getting content, doing videos, doing pictures, providing all of that type of stuff. That is a very crucial piece. So yeah, Jeremy, whether you do it or you have someone that can do some of that content, and that's what I call the local level raw content, that is very beneficial to do that. So yes, educating through posting content like that works very well.
Yeah, I mean, think about what draws you in, right? When you see an ad, what's making you purchase it? I know for myself, as I grow, I look at everything like that. I'm literally intrigued. If something grabs me, I go, wow, what was the first thing that grabbed me to this flyer or to this guy or to this product? And I questioned that, right? Like, was it an informational video? Was he just sharing with me how he uses it, or what drew me into that? And you'll realize it's just that a lot of times it's because they're building that trust. When you want to work with people that are knowledgeable, right? Especially in that field that you're in need of help with. So for your instance, you sharing on a build, say a lift kit, you did a lift kit, right? You sharing that shows the credibility that somebody else is trusted in you to do that to their vehicle. That automatically adds trust for you in that person. It just does it, right? And so I think that's why all aspects play a part in it. But I think that is a huge key. And that's something I'm actually looking into myself, because mine is such a niche company. It's not like a lawn service where you got 150 guys on one page, right? I'm like, there's like 6 of us. So if I could step out of my comfort zone to start making informational videos, I think I could really hook and draw people in with that. Because let's be real, out of all these people that are in here right now, who knows about aquariums? Who knows about ecosystems?
I can tell you, cleaning this
Okay.
little 10-gallon is so hard. So
Yeah.
what you do, I have such a respect now because
Well, I told
hate it.
you that the
It's
bigger
so
you go,
hard.
the easier it is. So you've created a small ecosystem. That small ecosystem can
Yeah,
change
so bad.
dramatically in a blink of an eye, whereas a much larger ecosystem can withstand those changes, and it doesn't change overnight. So
Yeah. So
Oh, I've
Jeremy,
got
like
mad
that,
respect.
Jeremy, like that post that you made of you fixed Micah's running boards. Just the photo, you could have done a little video of like, man, check this out. We found this. 3 other shops couldn't find it. We spent 2 hours looking for it and kind of show them. And it's like, I would have watched. I mean, it's just interesting. Not even the fact that I would now, if I have that problem, I know where to go. Or if I had something like some troubleshooting,
Fix
thing
my
with my truck, like just that little piece of you finding a problem is huge because you've solved a solution for Micah after going to 3 different places.
And then what's cool
Yeah.
about social media too is that you could do 5, say you do 3 videos a week. Well, after the week, look at the stats of what drew the most people in, right? That's the
Right.
beauty of, the graphics of it, right? You can now look at, hey, you know what? That does work. Now you keep going in on that direction, right? Like,
So, Cody,
hey, that
that's a great piece. And I'll lead to one more comment. Learning the analytics and looking at your sales versus engagement is gigantic because everybody wants views and engagement, but does that really turn into business?
Mhm.
A lot of times it does not. So again, what are you doing to get them to buy the product, not just stay interested in it? Excuse me. So it's like a museum. Like you can go in there, you can like it, you can look at it, can't buy it. So how do you get them into the actual store? So doing what you're doing, yes, it's very important, but also make sure that it has some type of hook or lead generation or click this link or go here or call us or come bring your shop to my truck. I'll troubleshoot it or, whatever the problem is, we'll look at problems the dealer can't find, blah, 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 blah. So keep it going with, yes, the lead generation part, call us, click on the link, send us an email, blah, blah, like tell them what to do even beyond the education. So
It's really good.
that's
Really
a good
good,
point. guys. I love it.
Yeah.
That reminded me, I feel like Cody posted this, but it was exciting because those little what is it? Like you pick like A, B, C, or D. Like you ask people like, oh, what do you think this is? What is it called? What's the word for it?
Multiple choice
Yeah, like something like that.
or
So I
survey.
thought,
Survey.
yeah, survey.
Yeah. Surveys are great. So any type of engagement, where you're making them like either hit the like or the heart or whatnot, anything to make someone do something, like you're telling them, click on here. And the purpose is to get the engagement and to hopefully get the lead. So asking them to do things or post pictures of their problems or post pictures of holes in their roofs or problems they have with insurance or their fish tank leaking out, I don't know. So asking questions and asking for actions helps as well with engagement. So
Awesome.
sometimes I appreciate
Matt
you guys.
Kalousek. Matt Kalousek in the house. Hey, do you want to put your number in the messenger in case anybody's got any other questions?
Messenger, where the heck is it?
Chat feature there.
There it is.
Yeah, appreciate all the advice, Matt.
No problem, guys. I appreciate y'all's time and love the feedback. And if y'all have any want to chat, meet up, I can give you some guidance on how to be more in the community and take some first steps to get some yourselves out there with marketing, or even talk about a real marketing plan, branding, new names, services, how to promote one service over the other. You know, we can just have a conversation. I'm the most chill guy on the planet, so I'm not going to try to sell you anything until you're ready.
It's true. And then we'll put the presentation in the files tab in the private Facebook Mastermind group.
Sounds good.
Awesome. There, Matt put his number in the chat feature for anybody that's doesn't have his number stored.
Sweet. I appreciate
Matt,
it.
thanks again. Thanks again, brother. You hit the nail right on the head, man.
Excellent work.
Thanks,
Really
guys.
appreciate your time, energy, and effort. Thanks for everybody showing up. And we'll have that in the files tab. This is also recorded, so if anybody, I think Ray, you popped on a little later there. Rebecca Barker, I saw that name pop up. So the record, if anybody's interested in the recording, we're going to have that sent out as well in the private Facebook Mastermind group and group me.
Awesome.
Does anybody want to share any key takeaways from Matt's presentation today? What's like one thing they're going to work on, one action step in their business?
Put your face on your videos.
I've been trying to get
Just
Crystal to do that since the beginning.
It's so hard. But you know
Yeah,
whose
picture.
feet work in their
Show your
videos?
eyes. Show your
Matt's
eyes.
feet.
Crystal's like this sometimes.
I don't like it. There's all this. I'm working on it. But I love Matt's videos because you hear the tink, 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 and I can watch those stupid floor videos over and over. So his feet and videos work, not roofer feet.
That's funny. Awesome, guys. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good day, and we'll see y'all Friday.
You as well.
All right, guys.
See y'all.
Thanks.
See ya.